Good evening friend. In this tutorial video I'm going to discuss about the prokaryotic cells. As we discussed that the prokaryotic cells are the primitive cells. These are the primitive cells or very older cells. So if we talk about the types of prokaryotic cells, specifically the prokaryotic cells are two types. One is bacteria and second is archaebacteria. What is the difference between bacteria and archaebacteria? Bacteria, they actually, they found in the most of the environment, they found everywhere. But if in case of archaebacteria, they survive in extreme environment, whether in hot environment or salty environment. They specifically found in certain types of environment, whether it found in the hot environment or salty environment. But bacteria are found everywhere. You can see here, you can see that the bacteria exist in most environment. And archaebacteria, that is also a prokaryote, that archaebacteria exist in extreme environment, hot and salty. So you can see here on the screen, the prokaryotes are two types, or basically the prokaryotic cells are two types. First is bacteria and second is archaebacteria. So the bacteria found in most of the environment and archaebacteria found in extreme environments. Okay, let's move to the second slide. There may be difference in structural, biochemical, and physiological characteristics. Bacteria and archaebacteria, they may be difference in structural and biochemical and physiological characteristics. See here, you can see the typical structure of the bacteria. Now notice that the bacteria is having a plasma membrane here and cell wall here, ribosomes here, capsule here, S layer. That is a surrounding layer on the surface of the bacteria. And fimbriae, you are having a you are having a projection which is from occurring from the surface of the bacteria. This projection is called fimbriae. You can see here the which I mentioned, fimbriae. And then you are finding chromosomes, DNA. It is not like chromosomes which found in eukaryotic cells or which found in human or animal and plant cells. That is that is not like that, because in human cells and plant cells and animal cells, the the DNA is coiled and form a B shape structure, X shape structure to form okay, I shape or X shape structure to form chromosomes. But this is actually nucleoids. That is circular DNA which is inside the bacterial cell wall. You can see this is actually the chromosomal DNA in bacteria. And second, and another things, you are finding inclusion bodies. This is a small bodies. This is inclusion bodies in the bacteria. And finally you are finding the flagellum. Flagellum. I will discuss the discuss the function each and every part of this bacterial cells. But before that, you must notice the exact structure of bacteria. You can see on the screen that the plasma membrane is there, which I highlighted by the red color, and cell wall is there because the bacteria having a cell wall. Remember these things, because the plant and bacteria and fungi having a cell wall, but cell wall not found in animal cells. Okay, the cell wall is not found in animal cells, but it found in bacterial cells. Okay, so we saw the typical structure of the bacteria. We found, we labeled some points here. And let's move to the another slide. I think let's move to the another slide. you know Look here, the function of prokaryotic structure. As we discussed about the plasma membrane, this is a plasma membrane. This is actually a selectively permeable membrane in the bacteria. Selectively permeable membrane means they allow the selective particles from the surrounding. They allow the selective particles to allow inside the cells as well as outside the cells. They help in uptake of food molecule. They help in uptake of metabolic enzymes or many things. They help in the uptake and or they manage the nutrients and best transport location of many, you know location of many metabolic process, respiration, photosynthesis, because cyanobacteria, they do photosynthesis, and detection of environmental cure for chemotoxin, or of course, the plasma membrane help in the detection of the cures from the surrounding or chemotoxins. And second thing you are saying here, that is a gas vacuole. Why the gas vacuole is important? Because if the bacteria is found in the water, so at that time the gas vacuole, help to maintain the buoyancy, or help to maintain the floating in aquatic condition, aquatic environment. So the gas vacuole provides the buoyancy to the bacteria. And the third thing you are finding here, ribosomes. As all we know that the ribosomes inside the animal cells and plant cells, and fungi cells, they found, and they help in the protein synthesis in bacteria. So the bacteria also having a ribosomes, they help in the protein synthesis. And then you are finding inclusion bodies. As I told you that, if you watch the previous slide, you will find that inclusion bodies inside the bacteria, or in the bacterial cytoplasm. So these inclusion bodies basically help in the storage of food particle, and the storage of carbon, phosphate, and other substances. Okay, so whenever the bacteria required these substances, they get these substances from the inclusion bodies. But the inclusion bodies stored all the food and carbon, phosphate, many others things, you know that is the basic function of inclusion body. And then the another thing which is here, that is a nucleoid or nucleoid. So the nucleoid actually help in the localization of genetic material. Nucleoids actually the place where the genetic material found in the inside the bacteria. As all we know that the genetic material is floating in the cytoplasm of the bacteria. It is not coiled or not condensed like the animal cells and plant cells, because in the plant cells the the chromosomes and the DNA actually found within the nucleus, but in case of bacteria will not find nucleus. Remember this thing. And you are also seeing here periplasmic space. Periplasmic space actually containing with lots of hydrolytic enzymes, which actually help in the breakdown of many chemical reaction. Hydrolytic enzymes, they break down very many process, or they actually operate many process in the bacteria. Or of course they help in the binding protein for nutrients processing and uptake. Yeah, that is also a function of periplasmic space. And another things you are seeing here, that is a cell wall. The cell wall actually it's provide the shape of the bacteria, and of course it help in the it helps from the surrounding environment of the bacteria. Because the cell wall, that is a very very rigid, and that is help in the protection of bacteria, as well as it provide the shape of the bacteria, you know or of course it help to protect the osmotic stress. If the cell wall will not be there, so the water will directly enter to the to the bacteria, and the bacteria will face osmotic stress in this condition. you know and another things you are finding here, capsule and slime layers. Yeah, this is actually the capsule basically help in to maintain the resistance of phagocytes. you know the phagocytes, it means when the one cells engulf to another cells. So this when the one cells engulf to another cells, or it phagocytes to another cells, so the capsule and slime layer help in maintain the phagocyte resistance in phagocyte. Okay, resistant to phagocyte. And another things you are finding here or observing here, that is a fimbriae and pili. That is actually attachment to surface, and they help in the mating of bacteria. The fimbriae make a connection with the another bacteria, and they help in the reproduction or mating of the bacteria. Okay. And another thing you are finding here, that is a flagella. as I, when we was seeing the typical structure of bacteria, you have seen a flagella, you have seen a, flagella. So that flagella help in the movement of bacteria, and that, the when the bacteria travel here and there, it uses flagella, you know flagella to move here and there. So that was the function of flagella. And of course, there is another thing, that is endospores. Endospores actually help in the bacteria to survive harsh condition. If the condition is not, not I can say that the condition is not good at the time, the bacteria will not be able to survive. But the endospore actually help in the maintain, or that help in the survival of bacteria in the harsh condition. That is the function of endospores. So in this tutorial video, we covered the types of prokaryote cells, and we find that there are two types of prokaryotes, bacteria and archaebacteria. And we also described the difference between bacteria and archaebacteria. Bacteria is found most of the environment, but archaebacteria is basically found in, uh, you know found in extreme, or extreme environments. Okay, there may be difference in structure, biochemical and physiological characteristics of bacteria and archaebacteria. And we also cover the typical structure of bacteria, as I told you that bacteria having a plasma membrane, cell wall, ribosomes, capsule, s layer, fimbriae, and DNA, inclusion body, flagella, and nucleoids. Nucleoids actually the place where the bacterial DNA found. And of course, we discuss about the function of plasma membrane. It is a selectively membrane which is found in the bacteria, which help in the uptake of water and, nutrients from surrounding, to inside, and inside to outside. And gas vacuole, we discovered that if the bacteria is found in the water condition, so at the time they help in the, maintain the buoyancy in the bacteria. So I hope this video will be very very helpful for you. If you want more video on cells and eukaryotes, prokaryote cells, you can subscribe my channel, and you can watch my video and comment if you like it. Thank you so much, guys.